Welcome to this Jenkins tutorial where we will explore the Jenkins dashboard and its user interface. The Jenkins dashboard is your central hub for managing and monitoring your Jenkins instance. Let's dive in. As you log in, the first thing you will see is the Jenkins dashboard. After you complete the initial Jenkins setup process, the Jenkins dashboard appears on the screen as shown here. For the first time, you don't need to provide your login credentials because it is done behind the scene when you create a user in the initial setup process. Jenkins dashboard provides an overview of your Jenkins environment, displaying essential information and navigation options. Since this is a dashboard in a freshly installed Jenkins, the dashboard has minimum user interface, meaning there are few navigation menus, and on the main part of the dashboard there is a welcome message with some clues on what can be done next. For example, there is a link here to create a job. As we create at least one job, this welcome message and these help or clues will disappear, and there will be some information about the job in this area. Here on the top, you can see this search bar, which is quite obvious. It comes handy when we need to navigate to different parts of the Jenkins user interface. Here is the notification button with the number of notification mentioned or displayed on its side. Similarly, here is the warning button or warning icon with the number of warnings displayed on the side. For example, if I click on this icon, I can see what are the warnings that Jenkins has provided. And this is the name of the user who is using Jenkins at the moment. So this Jenkins user is the name of the user which was defined during the initial setup process. Here is this drop down menu. So there are few menu items which are specific to this user, and this logout button is the button that logouts from the Jenkins. Here is a add description button which comes handy when we want to inform the Jenkins user about something. So we can write a message such as maintenance date of Jenkins or upgrade date of Jenkins, so that the user of Jenkins can plan their job builds accordingly. So for example, I can write something here and save it. So this will appear here. We can also add HTML tags so that we can add some styles to this text. However, at the moment, we can only have this plain text. We need to enable HTML by going to the Jenkins settings. I will talk about those things in a separate video. For now, I'll just remove this and leave it as it was. Here is the build queue section, which shows the jobs that are in queue. Obviously, at the moment, there isn't any queue as there isn't any job running. Normally, we can see build queues when there are multiple jobs and the time taken for the jobs is large enough. Let's say if there is a job that takes half an hour and there is another job waiting for that, then that job will appear here in a queue. Here is the build executor status. So for our Jenkins job to run, we need an executor that can execute the jobs. In every Jenkins instance, there are a couple of executors built in for us. So these executors are defined during the Jenkins installation process. However, use of these inbuilt executors is not recommended. I will talk about those things in a separate video where I will be talking about Jenkins nodes, Jenkins agents and executors. You can also get a context menu from here. At the moment, these menu items correspond to the same menu items which are here. Just a quick overview about these menu items. So this new item menu is meant to create a new job. This people menu will show us the users or people who are using Jenkins. The build history, this will show us the history of the job builds or the most recent job builds. This manage Jenkins menu will take us to a separate page which is dedicated for administrative tasks, and this my views menu, so we can create views on the Jenkins dashboard and add jobs to those views. So it basically groups different jobs into a single group. These things will be clearer as we go on using Jenkins. And the last thing about the Jenkins user interface is if we go to the bottom of the Jenkins page, it doesn't matter where you are, either you are in the dashboard page or some other page, you can get these two links, REST API and Jenkins version number. Jenkins also provide REST API which can be used in our own programs. So if I click here, it will take me to this REST API page which has more information about the REST API. Similarly, this link will take me to the Jenkins page from where I can, for example, download a new version. This was all for the Jenkins Dashboard and UI introduction. I will click on this logout button, which will take me to the login page. So at this point, I want to make a note that every time you want to access your Jenkins, you have to enter the address of Jenkins server and enter your username and password. Of course, you can enter your username and password and select this keep me signed in checkbox and sign in so that your login credentials get stored in the browser. So if you open a new tab and close this tab and open Jenkins in the other tab, then you don't have to enter your credentials again. Thank you for watching this video. I will be preparing another video regarding Jenkins freestyle job. Till then, keep learning. Bye.